Well, hopefully this is all working now, and we're back with you here from Weld County and Bigfoot Turf Field. Here in the bottom of the first inning between the Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Pirates. Runner aboard for the Collegians, Braden Roybal, here in this scoreless game. Ben Kowalski, the starting pitcher for the Collegians, got himself into a little bit of trouble loading the bases in the first inning, but able to get out of it unscathed. Areevo punches out, and there's 2 away in this bottom of 1. Brady Rank will come to the plate. Braden Roybal with the base hit earlier in the inning, and he was due. He's been in a little bit of a slump, but able to knock one into left field for a base hit. I'm keeping a particularly close eye on him over there. Tyler Seabaum, the starter for the Pirates this afternoon. Right-handed pitcher here against the lefty Brady Rank. Pitch on the way is high. Ball 1. (1-0) in for a strike. 1-1 here to Brady Rank, and being told by a couple of folks that this is indeed working, so glad to have you back along with us. Get you totally caught up on all that happened in the top of the first in just a moment. 2-1 to Rank. That one misses high. But for now, no score, bottom of 1. Braden Roybal at first and 2 away. Next pitch to Brady Rank is upstairs, 3-1. Rest of the Collegian lineup looks like this: Brennan Nolte, Doug Blankenship, Joe Ungaro, Jake Given, and Luca Dincola. Tyler Mata led off the ball game with the fly out for the Collegians. Next pitch to Rank comes inside and high. He draws the free pass, and now the Collegians have 2 men on with 2 outs. And Brennan Nolte coming to the plate. Nolte, a newer addition to this Collegian squad, made his debut on Sunday, played in both of those games. Had a key hit in Game 1 for the Collegians, an RBI single, and what were 2 particularly close games in Sunday matinee action. Collegians were able to take the victory in both of them against these Colorado Pirates, and now looking to go 3-0 against the squad on this young season. Nolte takes ball 1 high. Again, misses to Nolte, and he's in a good hitter's count here. Seabaum got Mata on the first pitch that he flew into center. But he's worked some deep counts here lately to Nick Areevo, though he did get him to strike out. Then, of course, the walk to Rank, and now Nolte up 3-0. That ball misses outside, just barely. Good fastball, but not quite over the plate. Brendan Nolte from Garden City Community College trying to drive in the run for the Collegians here with 2 away. Pitch is high, ball 4. So Rank walks, and then Brendan Nolte gets a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the first for Doug Blankenship. Both pitchers loading the bases in the first. Ben Kowalski got out of it unscathed. Let's see what Tyler Seabaum can do. Right-handed hitter in Blankenship. It's the righty Seabaum, as Coach Bill will come out to the mound to chat with his pitcher. Pretty lengthy conversation out there. Coach striding back to the dugout. Bases full of Collegians, 2 away in the bottom of the first, and a scoreless ball game. Blankenship, the catcher, going to try and drive these runs in. Blankenship out of Bethany College, Boulder High School graduate. Key spot early in the ball game for the Collegians. First pitch from Seabaum, a fastball that looked pretty good, but Blankenship can't quite catch up to it. It's 0-1. That one had a little bit of tail on it and worked its way towards the outside corner, and Blankenship swung through it. 0-1. Other fastball, this one left outside. It's a ball and a strike. That wind from every game, it seems, this year except for Sundays is back. Pitch misses high, 2-1. There's a breeze blowing in from right field. A little bit right to left across the diamond as well. Bases loaded and a 2-1 pitch on the way from Seabaum. Blankenship pops it high in the air, down the third base line. That's where Bistrop will take care of it for the Pirates and end the inning. So both teams load the bases here in the first. Neither are able to score, and we'll stay with you for a moment, get you totally updated on all that happened before we were able to join you. Waitolka flew out, top of the first inning, then Bistrop singled, and then 2 hit by pitch. LaBarber and Folks both got drilled. That loaded the bases with 2 outs before Kowalski got Chase Dixon to strike out. That's how things went down in that first inning for Ben Kowalski. And a fly out for Tyler Mata in the bottom of the first. Brandon Roybal singled, breaking through on his slump. We'll see if that was really the case. His next couple at-bats here, but he'd been due. And Nick Areevo struck out. Brady Rank walked. Brendan Nolte walked. And then that pop-up you just heard moments ago, that ended the inning. So no score. We'll take a step aside for just a moment here from Weld County. Top of the second inning from Bigfoot Field here in Weld County. Ethan Jordan alongside you for this matchup between the Colorado Pirates and the Boulder Collegians. No score. Both teams threatened with the bases loaded and 2 outs in that first inning. Neither were able to bring anybody around. Pirates will start the inning with the bottom of the order. Tanner Kimenow, Manny Thompson, and Jason Karamlich. First pitch to Kimenow misses low for ball 1. Kimenow takes a strike. Ball and 1 strike to Tanner. A preseason game that didn't count towards their league performance. So 5-1 in the league. Pirates 1-6. Though there's a pretty sizable discrepancy, at least early on in those records. These two teams played some pretty close games on Sunday. Kimenow fouls this one out of play into the parking lot. 3-2 and 4-3 the margins of victory for the Collegians on Sunday in those 2 games. Next offering is outside for ball 4, and Kimenow draws the walk. Pirates off to a good start in the inning with that leadoff free pass, and Manny Thompson going to try and move him around. See if he has a bunt on. Roybal has that idea as he's playing in towards the cut. First pitch to Thompson. Rope right at Roybal. He grabs it out of the air, throws to first for the double play. Thompson hit it on the screws, but right at the chest of Braden Roybal. He had the awareness to go to first. Kimenow caught in between, and there are 2 away. Bring up the bottom of the order, and Jason Karamlich. Karamlich takes a strike. Fastball from Kowalski. And Kowalski out of Willamette University delivers strike 2. Got Karamlich in trouble here to begin his at-bat. He's quickly down. No balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Karamlich. Kowalski from Willamette just finished up his freshman year there. Made 2 appearances, 2 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went with a high, what looked like almost a changeup that Karamlich offered at, and he's gone on strikes to end the inning. So minimal work in the inning for Ben Kowalski thanks to a line drive double play. And that'll take us to the bottom half. Still no score here from Weld County. Bottom of the second inning starts out with strike one to Joe Ungaro as he takes a fastball quickly down in his at-bat here against Taylor Seabaum. Bottom of the order for the Collegians in the inning as well. Ungaro, Given, and Dincola. Joe flies one back behind second base, out to grab it is Folks. There's the first out of the inning. No score, bottom of the second, between the Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Pirates. The DH, Jacob Given, to take his cuts now. First pitch, Given checks his swing, but it's strike one anyway. Boulder in the midst, or the beginning of 4 straight days of baseball. Pitch dips out of the zone. 5 games in 4 days for these guys. 4 of them league games. Tomorrow's action against the Rough Riders, non-league. So I was told by Mark Goodman, you might see some different guys in the lineup. This is an opportunity for them to kind of mess with some things, try some different guys out, see how they look in game action, with it not counting against their league record. 1-2 to Given, downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One starting to pick up again, 2-2. Ground ball towards third. Picked up on the run by Bishop, and his throw goes to the fence. Given will round first and head for second. He'll pull in there easily, and the E5 for Logan Bistrup has Jake Given up to second base. That was an awfully tough play for Bistrup because he had to come charge. I think we're back with you now, and hopefully to stay, though I can't say for certain. Would like to say you haven't missed anything, but that would not be truthful, as the Collegians now have a 5-0 lead here in the third inning, and runners at second and third with one away for Tyler Mata. Not sure if Tyler Mata's home run made it on the broadcast before, it decided to go down, but hopefully it did. either way, Tyler hit a 2-run bomb in the top of the bottom of the second inning to make the lead 3-0 at the time. Collegians would later tack on another in that second and have added one more here in the third to make it 5-0. Good chance to get some more as well. Wayne Road is coming to pitch in this inning, and he walked the first 3 men he saw. Luca Dincola popped up behind second. Ball was dropped. Infield fly was signaled, but the run came in to score. And now Tyler Mata draws a 4-pitch walk. So not the start that Wayne Road was hoping for on the hill. And now he has loaded the bases for Braden Roybal. And, well, Roybal has broken out of his slump here in this game. 2 for 2. Takes ball 1. Roybal scored on a Nick Areevo single in the second. Looking for an RBI of his own right here. 1-0 goes after one a bit out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Can't say I blame Braden for swinging at that one. When you're kind of finally break out of that slump, everything looks good. 2-0, and he'll leave it alone, or pardon me, 2-1. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put Braden Roybal. Bases loaded. 1 away in the third inning. Collegians up 5-0. We'll get you all caught up after this inning concludes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. High to Braden Roybal. Ball 3. Pardon me. Of course, I had to say that very loud so the umpire could hear me. And, well, it's all right. So it's 3-1 now. Roybal going to have to take one more before it's a free pass. Let's see if he'll get one to hit. He flies one to shallow left center field. Outfielders converge. Making the catch is folks that throw to home not in time. And the run scores. Joe Ungaro crosses home plate. And it's 6-0 Boulder. Braden Roybal with the sac fly. I'm glad you're back along with us here from Bigfoot Turf Field. Some internet, computer, I don't know, to be honest with you, difficulties, but we're glad to be back with you and bringing you RMBL baseball. Colorado Pirates, Boulder Collegians 6-0 Boulder. Nick Areevo to the plate, and he laces one down the left field line, but foul. It's 0-1. Areevo, 1 for 2 afternoon, a strikeout in the first, and an RBI single in the second. Already the third time through the order for the Collegians in just the third inning. 0-1. Bit inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both runners take off, and Areevo lines one into center field. Off the glove of the center fielder, Dixon. 1 run will score. Mata being waved around third. The throw in, no throw as it's cut off. And now it's 8-0 Boulder. So not only has Wayne Road had some trouble finding the strike zone, he has gotten no help from his defense behind him either. Saw the error right there, allowing 2 runs. Luca Dincola's infield fly was dropped behind second base. Pitch is high to Brady Rank for ball 1. So that's at least 3 runs directly coming off of errors. Could be a 4th if Areevo's knocked in. Misses in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. That's downstairs. 3-0 now to Brady Rank. Nightmare second and an even worse third inning for the Pirates. Finds the zone to Brady Rank as he was taken all the way. It's 3-1. 4 walks in this third inning. An infield fly, a sac fly, and then that E8. There's strike 2. Good pitch there from Road, one he really needed, and he needs another one just like it to try and work his way out of this inning. 3-2. Rank a chopper to first, and some trouble with it there for Kimenow, and Rank is aboard. Areevo rotoring around third. He's in to score. Throw goes by the catcher, and up to second goes Rank. The throw down, not in time. And this inning has gone from bad to worse to even worse. It's 9-0 Boulder. They have struck for 5 here in the inning. So Rank reaches on the E3, knocks in the run, and then moves up to second on another E3. And Nolte, the batter now, takes strike 1. Collegians have batted around in the third. They almost batted around in the second. Blankenship, the man on deck, the only guy not to hit in that second inning. Now they have indeed gone through the order here in this third. 1-1 now to Nolte as that one misses high. On 1 in tight. 2 balls and a strike. Give the Collegians this. In the second inning, other than one error, they did it all with the bats. Here in this era, it's been walks and errors. Misses low. 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) to Nolte. Runner at second, 2 away. That one's in the dirt. That's ball 4. Rank thought about moving up to third, but he'll stay put. That's the 5th walk of the inning. So through the order for the Collegians in the third. 5 walks, 2 guys reaching on errors, a sac fly, and an infield fly that knocked in a run. So not a single Collegian without at least a productive at-bat of some kind in the inning. And that's not good news for Wayne Road, who makes his exit here in the third. So as the new pitcher gets loose, we'll get you all caught up on all that's gone on. First inning, Tyler Seabaum was the pitcher who started for the Pirates. He loaded the bases in the first inning, but got out of it unscathed. Then in the second, Seabaum came in, got the first out, no problem. Then a pretty tough play for Logan Bistrop at third, trying to get Jake Given. He threw it away. Given moved up to second, and then was driven in by Luca Dincola, who recorded his first RBI of the season with a double down the third base line. So at that point, it was 1-0 Boulder. Dincola at second, and Tyler Mata, his first home run of the season. So he took one over the left field fence, 2-run home run, made it 3-0 Boulder. Braden Roybal would come up single, reach second on a wild pitch, and then be driven in by a Nick Areevo single to make it 4-0. And then Seabaum was finally able to work out of the inning with a ground out and a pop-up. So it was 4-0 Boulder coming into this inning. And a new pitcher came in Wayne Road, who walked Doug Blankenship, walked Joe Angaro, walked Jake Given to load the bases. Then Luca Dincola popped one up behind second base, and there was some trouble with it from Dominic Folks as he and Waitolka converged, and well, there's some miscommunication. Neither of them could get it. But an infield fly was signaled, but good running from Blankenship as he was able to score on it. And that made it 5-0. Then another walk, loaded the bases, and a sac fly for Braden Roybal. 6-0. Then just moments ago you heard that E8, the line drive to center. Made it 8-0. And the error at first, 9-0. And Doug Blankenship, the batter, here with runners at first and second and 2 away. Blankenship fouls one off. It's 0-1. One's outside. 1 ball and a strike. New pitcher for the Pirates. Not an R-listed roster, number 6. It's outside. 2-1. Ground ball into the hole. Picked up and flipped to second by Logan Bistrop to mercifully retire the side. Collegians add on 5 to their lead here in the third. They lead it 9-0. Pirates, well, good news for them is it's still early. They've got some work to do when we come back. 9-0 Boulder here in Weld County. Nine nothing Collegians, a 4-run second, 5-run third, and things just really going off the rails for the Pirates there in that third inning. Nothing went right. Now they'll try and chip away at this lead. That's all you can do. 2 runs here, another couple runs here. See if you can try and get yourself back into this ball game. You know, it's not going to all happen at once. We'll start things off with Mason here in the inning. He'll be followed by Dominic Folks and Chase Dixon. Well, Coach Goodman said we'd see some of the guys who haven't gotten that much of a chance to play yet this season tomorrow in that non-league game. I wonder as we get deeper into this game if we'll start to see those guys here, being that there's a 9-0 lead. Mason hits one squarely on the ground to short. Mata's got it. Throw to first in time. And there's one away. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Ben Kowalski on the mound. Kowalski, after a rough first inning, and rough in that he allowed 3 guys on and hit 2 of them, but he didn't allow a run. And then walking a guy and getting kind of bailed out on a line drive double play in the second, he had a really good third inning. Got him 1, 2, 3. Nothing particularly hit hard. And so, good inning for him, and see if we can continue that on into the fourth. So misses high to Dominic Folks. 1-0 to the second baseman. Next pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And that's been the issue for Kowalski throughout his career, high school and college, is the walks. Unfouled away. 4 walks in 2 innings for Kowalski this season at Willamette University. Granted, that's a very small sample size. And it was a little better for him his senior year. 11 walks in 30 innings pitched. Not bad at all. One's high, 3-1. But we've seen him be a little inaccurate here today. Hasn't hurt him so far. 3-1 is high, ball 4. Gets a strike on Folks and then proceeds to throw 4 balls. And Dominic says, thanks for that. I was behind in the count, and now I'm jogging down to first. Brings up Chase Dixon, center fielder, and no doubt Dixon wanting to try and come through with a big hit here. He had a key error in that third inning.
Thanks, buddy. You can't borrow it.
A line drive to center that's right off his glove. But going to try and be part of the effort to get the Pirates back into this ball game and just try and get on base right here. First pitch from Kowalski is high for ball one. One goes inside, 2 balls and no strikes to Dixon. Swing and a miss. Back pick to first. Goes over the head of the first baseman, Nolte, and up to second is Folks. Well, if you're going to have a back pick that goes into right field in a 9-0 game with runner on base, that's the time to do it. Blankenship has that out of his system. Comes the 3-0 pitch. Rather the 2-1 pitch, pardon, and it's 3 balls and a strike now. Three-one, swing and a miss. Fastball gets by him, and it's 3-2. That was the pitch Dixon was looking for on 3-1. Maybe a little bit further across the plate than he wanted. And he's got to protect 3-2. Just does get a piece of it to stay alive on a breaking ball. We'll do it again. The 3-2. Outside ball 4, and Dixon draws the walk. I'll tell you what, if Tanner Kimenow, who strides to the plate now, can find a way on base, and they are able to drive him in, 9-3, things are starting to look a little better for the Pirates. But they need Kimenow to get on base. Tanner, just like Dixon, wanted to make up for an error in that disaster third inning. Swings through a fastball, not a pretty-looking swing, and it's 0-1. Kimenow swings at one in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes. Kowalski misses outside and high with the ball, 1-2. 1-2. Kimenow sends one to left. Areevo going to come in on it, reach over his head to make the catch on the line drive for the second out. Not a bad piece of hitting by Kimenow as he was able to drive one on the outside the other way, but it was right at Nick Areevo. Now Manny Thompson will try and move at least one of these runners in, and that would be really depressing for the Pirates to give up 5 runs in the last half inning and then have a chance to try and answer back a little bit here and then leave those runners on. So they really need Thompson to come through, not just from a score perspective, but just to keep them mentally in this game. Manny fouls one to the screen. It's 0-1. I mentioned earlier how we might see some different players for the Collegians here tomorrow and perhaps this afternoon as well. One of those guys could be John Sorensen, who's the new addition for Boulder. Pitch to Thompson is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sorensen, a graduate of Rocky Mountain High School. A couple of Collegians from Rocky Mountain, including Tyler Mata and Cade Nelson. But he won that state championship with Rocky Mountain in 2017. Pitch tips low, 2 balls and a strike, and was named the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state. Then attended Kansas State University and just didn't work out for him out there, and now he's trying to he had a scholarship still, even though he wasn't really playing on the baseball team. And so he stayed out there to get his education and said, I'm going to use this scholarship even if I'm not playing baseball. But now he's trying to get back into the game and going to try and get some innings in here with the Collegians, get some work in, and attend junior college in the fall. Fly ball to deep center field, Cola going back on it, and Luca makes the catch to end the inning. The Pirates threaten. They do not score. Still trail at 9-0 onto the bottom of the fourth from Weld County. Nine nothing Boulder, bottom of the fourth inning, and Joe Ungaro, the batter, swings and misses at one high in the zone, maybe out of the zone. It's 0-1. Pitcher on the mound for the Pirates, Jake Campbell, who came in to work part of that third inning, and joined here on the broadcast by father of head coach Mark Goodman, Trey Goodman. Trey, welcome aboard.
Thanks.
There's a nice knock for Ungaro as he flies one into left field. That'll drop for a double. And Ungaro into second, standing up. And, well, it looks like the Collegians are just back where they started in that third.
Yeah, he got turned around on that one in the outfield. It didn't have a chance on it, really. I'm enjoying the weather here today, though.
That breeze is keeping things kind of cool, which is
Exactly.
nice. Here's Jake Given now. Given reached on an error in the second, walked in the third, scored in both innings. Trying to get to that 10-run mark. I believe the rule is still 10 after 7 here in the RMBL. So, obviously, these guys would like to reach that, and the coaching staff certainly would like them to reach that so that they can save some of their pitchers, especially with the Collegians playing 4 days in a row. The doubleheader on Thursday, they'd like to keep those arms as fresh as possible. Given takes a strike. One to the UMass product is outside for ball 2. Strike high in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Given. In the start at DH this afternoon. Imagine we'll see him, well, catching on Thursday, at least in one of those games in that doubleheader. 2-2 fouls it away. He's another guy who could use a hit like Braden Roybal, try and break out of his slump. He's been slumping a little bit of late.
Well, it's tough to get a hit even when the pitchers are as wild as they have been today, because it's hard to know where the strike zone is.
Well, once in a while you hear from a guy in the major leagues who comes up from AAA to the majors and does better because he says there's just more strikes to be had, and Jake Given gets punched out on a pitch he thought was outside, and he'll go back to the dugout. But it's always interesting. Some guys just hit better when they know that the pitcher's going to be consistently around the zone. That's not always the case at this level. Luca Dincola, the batter. Runner at second. And one away. And Garland's going to swipe third without a throw. We weren't really paying attention to him, and he took advantage. Dincola with his first big hit as a Collegian in the second. At the time, it was a key hit, putting the Collegians in the lead 1-0, a double down the third base line. And then, well, doesn't matter as much now. Ground ball to second, picked up on the backhand by Folks, who throws out Dincola. And into score comes Tyler Mata, and there's that 10-run mark on the RBI ground out from Dincola, who adds his third RBI of the afternoon, an RBI in each at-bat for Luca. Two-way, Tyler Mata will stride in, and he's got a pair of RBIs himself on a 2-run home run in the second inning. He'll take a strike.
Yeah, that was quite a hit he had.
Yeah, it was a good piece. A little more towards the pole than Areevo's the other day. He hit it about midway between where that fence cuts off in the alley and then the pole. Pretty much straight away left field for him. He'll ground one to second. A little bit tougher play here for Folks, who picks it up after a dive and throws it away. Mata will stay put. Good backup from the catcher, LaBarber, to hold him right there.
Yeah, nice hustle for a catcher even when you're down 10-0. He got down the line.
Yeah, that's a great point. And pardon me, LaBarber no longer doing the catching. That's Mason out there behind the dish. So, sure, if LaBarber has moved into the DH role where Mason was and they just want to switch him out, I don't know. But Mason doing the catching now. Braden Roybal to the dish. Fouls one back. He's 2 for 2 today with the sac fly as well, so productive outing for Braden. And mentioned it before, but able to break out of that slump he had been in. Really had been struggling at the plate these last few games, but Mark Goodman, this coaching staff, putting their faith in him, keeping him in that 2-hole, and he came through today. Next one outside for ball one. That error just moments ago, the fourth of the ball game already for the Pirates here in the fourth inning, and that gives you an idea of the day they've had so far. So that one's high, 2-1. Flown towards left, down the line. Catching it right on the line is the left fielder Thompson, and that ends the inning. Collegians add one more. They lead at 10-0. We move to the fifth here from Bigfoot Turf Field. Fifth inning of this one here from Bigfoot Turf Field, Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Pirates. 10-0 the lead for Boulder. And if the rule still stands, they'll want to retain that into the third inning, for 3 more innings into the 7th in order to end this one a little early. Cade Nelson coming in to do the pitching. Faced 9-1-2. Jason Karamlich pops one up, grabbed by Mata out there at shortstop for the first out.
Gotta love it when you come in, you throw one pitch, you get the guy out.
Can't get a better start than that.
No.
One down, and Jace Waitolka, the batter. Waitolka, who had himself a good game on Sunday. Not the case here today. He's 0 for 2. Make that 1 for 3 as he lines one into right field for a base hit.
I think what we're seeing definitely are the Pirates are ready to hit now, down 10-0.
The bats are going to finally come alive here, yeah.
Well, they're going to swing regardless, I think.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about, getting on base. What does it matter? Try and go get yourself a hit.
Yeah.
Anything you're trying to work on at the plate, now is the time to, implement that. Logan Bistrop stands in. He's 1 for 2. Bistrop takes a strike. Pirates threatened in that 4th inning when they were down 9-0. May have had a chance to try and pull themselves back in the ball game, but could not bring anybody around. Ball on a strike now to Bistrop. One from Nelson. Chopper wide to third. 1-2. Man on the hill, Cade Nelson out of Scottsdale Community College. Fighting Artichokes down in Arizona. Two. Inside, ball 3. Runner takes off, throw down to second. He'll turn around and head to first, throw back to first. Not in time, evidently.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Brennan Nolte thought he had him down there at second, and well, I guess it was a good idea for Waitolka to turn around. You don't see that too often. Guy takes off for second and then thinks better of it and heads back. You especially don't see it where he makes it back safely. Hot fly high into left field. Areevo coming into his right, makes the catch, tosses it back in quickly, and there are 2 away.
I'm not sure how this kid did at Scottsdale, but he's looking pretty good on the mound.
And Nelson, a two-way guy. Didn't pitch for Scottsdale this season, but did play in 12 games as a hitter. Went 12 for 40. That's a .300 batting average. Ground ball to third. Roy Ball's got it. Flip to second for the short way to get the out. And that will end the inning. So good inning on the mound for Cade Nelson. Comes into garbage time. Sometimes, guys can get a little, lackadaisical. If they're I'm up 10-0, I'll just pipe something. But not the case for Nelson. He does a nice job here in the 5th. Collegians still lead it 10-0. They're up to bat when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. Heart of the order for the Collegians in this 10-0 game. Bottom of the 5th inning. Nick Areevo, Brady Rank, and Brennan Nolte, their chance to swing it again. Areevo 1 for 3. He has 3 RBIs thanks to an error in the 3rd against him. Swings through this one. It's 0-1. Areevo out of Eckerd College in Florida. 0-1. He stays with it, lining it back up the middle. Got a breaking ball that he stayed on, and he's going to try for 2 here on a shallow base hit to center, and he's into second base with the double. One of the shortest doubles, I got to say, I've ever seen. And that died in the grass in shallow right center field. And Areevo, running hard all the way, turns it into 2 bases.
A great hustle. I mean, sometimes you're up 10-0. You wonder if you should do that, but he's playing ball, so,
You know, that's the way Nick Areevo plays. All in, all the time. And you'll see him do things like that from time to time, trying to stretch things, and most of the time he's successful. He's got good base running awareness and decent speed to go along with it. One of the Collegians' better players from a year ago, and leading this team here in 2020. Breaking ball dips inside to Brady Rank, 1-1 on the second baseman. With the injury to Cherokee LeBeau at shortstop, Rank moved from first/DH to second. Talked to Cherokee a little bit today. He said he's on his way back. Doesn't know exactly when he'll be returning, but he's rehabbing that injury to his leg right now, and he feels he'll be back fairly soon.
I guess I missed that because I've been listening to broadcasts. I didn't hear he got hurt.
Well, I didn't realize at the time he got hurt either. That's why he has been out.
Okay.
And our doctor recently said he's been spending a lot of time on his couch, healing up, stretching. So, we've seen Tyler Mata move over to short, and I've got to say, Mata has done a terrific job over there defensively, and we know what he's done with the bat. 2-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Rank got the high breaking ball you want, but was ahead of it, and he's gone on strikes. LeBeau had gotten off to a slow start with the Collegians, but he's a guy that they were really excited to have. Figured once he broke out of that slump, he could have been a dangerous force. We'll see how he comes back from that injury. Brennan Nolte comes to the plate. Runner at second, 1 away. Nolte takes it high for ball 1. Holds it back to the screen. Ball on a strike. Nolte out of Garden City Community College, and you know, Kansas kind of has a sneaky good baseball culture. They've got a number of community colleges like Garden City, but moreover, they now have a minor league team in Wichita. They're home to the National Baseball Congress World Series there in Wichita. And a number of independent league teams around that state, including one in Garden City, the Garden City Wind. One's fouled away by Nolte. It's 1-2.
Well, they've had that Jayhawk Summer College League for a long time as well, and that's always been really good ball.
That's true. No, I failed to mention that. You're right. That I believe the Jayhawk Summer League just got underway. I saw something about that the other day. Nolte gets punched out, takes one right down Broadway with 2 strikes, and he's shaking his head going back to the dugout.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I saw that Hayes is joining the RMBL this year, right? Aren't they from the Jayhawk?
Correct. They are into the RMBL this year, though we'll see. Some news from Hayes. They have not started their season yet, haven't played anybody. They were set to get started this weekend, I think. Wow. Line drive to short, nice grab by Waitolka. And that ends the inning. We'll tell you more about the new news with the Hayes Larks when we come back from break. Still 10-0 Collegians, on to the 6th. sixth inning of play from Weld County, Colorado, the Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Pirates. Pirates 2 innings away from ending this early if they can't tack on another run, as they're down 10-0. Mason will start out the inning for Colorado. Takes one inside for ball 1. But before we went to break, we were talking about the Hayes Larks, the new addition to the RMBL. They, along with Colorado Springs, joined this year. Nose outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And some news from Hayes last night. They had a player test positive for COVID-19. Now, the news is that today they are having every other player on the team is getting tested, probably already have been. And their plan is if no one tests positive, we're good to go. We'll keep playing like, nothing ever happened, we're good. However, if a single player on the Hayes Larks tests positive for COVID-19, they are canceling their season. So that would cut a couple games off of the Collegian schedule. They would not head out to Kansas in mid-July as they were planning to, and I believe Hayes was to come here at some point as well. But so we certainly hope that, not just for the sake of baseball, but health-wise for those guys, that no one else is testing positive for the Hayes Larks and they're good to go. I want to give those guys a chance to be healthy and play some ball this summer. And so, we'll know in a few days, of course. Tests take a few days to come back, whether Hayes will indeed be a part of the Rocky Mountain Baseball League this summer, as Mason draws a walk here to start the 6th inning. As we mentioned earlier, Hayes hadn't started their season yet, so it wouldn't affect the rest of the RMBL. No guys have come into contact with Hayes players, so not worried about it from that perspective. Want to know on folks that he takes one inside underneath the hands. Fouls the second pitch over to his right. It's 1-1. One from Cade Nelson. Fly ball into the gap. Going to be a long run for Mata. He can't get there. Does get to it on one hop. Throw comes in quickly. Running hard to third is Mason. There'll be runners on the corners for Chase Dixon. Good base running by Mason. He had to hold up for just a minute to make sure that wasn't caught, and was able to take off and head to third. Dixon 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Got a chance to put that important run on the board for the Pirates, try and at least have this one last 9 innings. Swings at a fastball low in the zone. Good pitch by Cade Nelson. It's 0-1. 0-2 as Dixon swings and misses at a high fastball now. Taking him up the ladder a little bit was Nelson. Really can go anywhere from here. A couple of fastballs now. Break off a curveball, another low fastball, kind of wherever he wants to do. Goes something off speed, and Dixon can't hit it. He's gone on strikes.
Yeah, he was certainly zoned in on that batter.
Really was able to go to work against Dixon. Nelson's first pitch at Tanner Kimenow lined into center field off the glove of Luca DiNcola. It was a long run for DiNcola. Throw coming in. Dixon going to third. He'll get there without a throw. Mason comes in to score. It's 10-1 now, and still runners on the corners for Manny Thompson. That was a long way for DiNcola to go into the gap. They're lucky he even got leather on that. Otherwise, that would have been an easy double for Kimenow, and Dixon would be across the plate. First pitch to Thompson's in the dirt for ball 1. Cade Nelson, man on the hill, a graduate of Rocky Mountain High School in Fort Collins, was on that state championship team in 2017. Thompson flies one high in the air down the left field line. Areevo will give it a look, but it's out of play. Moreover, Nelson came out of Fort Collins the number 3 third baseman in all of Colorado. Number 44 overall player in the state. and the number 193rd third baseman nationally. Ground ball to second. Rank charging on it, and it goes right through the wickets. And in to score comes Folks. Up to third, Kimenow. And Thompson is aboard.
That's always one of the situations where the pitcher's just got to shrug that off because that should have been an out.
That's one of those where, hey, it happens.
Yep.
You're still up 10-2. Go get this next guy. Pick up your defender behind you. So first and third again here with one away, and Jason Karamlich, the batter. Karamlich pops one up to left. Areevo to his right makes the catch. Kimenow will fake the run home. Looked like he was tagging up, but thinks better of it. Comes back to third. So Areevo looked like a pretty good throw that was cut off. Probably would have had him. Kimenow not exactly known for his speed around the base paths. 2 away. Here's Jace Wytolka. Tolka 1 for 3 so far. First pitch to the left-hander is in for a strike. Breaking ball from Nelson with his first delivery. Tolka, another one of the longtime Pirates. He's been with this club, I think, the last couple summers. He grounds one to Rank, but no one's home at first. Nelson coming over to cover. Gets there in time for the out. Good work by Cade Nelson. The PFP's paying off. He had to come a long way to go grab that one from Rank as Nolte was diving into the gap to get the ball. No chance for him to cover the bag. Nelson does the right thing and is rewarded with an out. So the Pirates strike for their first 2 runs of the ball game. It's 10-2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Collegians hoping to add a couple more. End this one a little bit early with the 10 after 7 rule. See what they got coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pirates cut the deficit to under 10 in their half of the 6th inning, making it 10-2 now. Collegians would like to get it back up to 10, try and save some of their arms for these next couple of days. They've got a game tomorrow against the Rough Riders at noon. Outlaws doubleheader in Colorado Springs on Thursday, and then back here in Greeley against the Colorado Sox, their first meeting on Friday. Joe Ungaro, Jake Given, and Luca Dincola, bottom of the order in the inning for the Collegians. Ungaro fouls the first pitch away and takes one outside now for ball 1. That Sox game will be interesting. The Collegians and the Sox really went at each other last year. Those are always competitive games between those two, though the Sox tended to get the better of Boulder. Ungaro takes strike 2. Sox a big draw for a lot of Mesa players from out on the western slope, and that squad won the Division II, or was in the Division II College World Series last year. So some good players that come to play for the Sox, and they're always competitive. 1-2 on Ungaro. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He's gone on strikes. And credit where credit's due here. The man on the pen has done a nice job for the Pirates. pinch hitter for Jake Given. Ground ball to first off the first baseman Kiminow's glove. His second error this afternoon. As Morris reached base, looked like Kieran Morris, the pinch hitter.
And the Pirates certainly haven't helped themselves on the errors today, that's for sure.
No, some pitchers that just wasn't their day, and you combine that with errors, and, well, you've got yourself a 10-2 ball game. Luca Dincola up to bat now. He's 1 for 3 today, but he's had 3 productive at-bats. RBI in each one of them. Definitely his best day hitting so far as a Collegian. Morris at first, reaching on an error here with 1 away in the 6th. Nicola takes one in tight for ball 1. One-zero popped high in the air. That's right to the shortstop, Waitolka, who comes in just a couple of steps to make the catch for the second out. We have to Tyler Mata try and move around Kieran Morris. Collegians need 2 more runs before the end of the bottom of the 7th to cut this one short. Pickoff move to first. Morris back in time. Ground ball to third. Picked up on the run by Bishop. He throws out Mata to end the inning. So another good inning out of the bullpen for the Pirates. Holds him to just the 1 hit, or rather an error, so not even a hit. And, well, he's looked good out of the pen thus far, and the Pirates still trail it 10-2. They'll try and maybe tack on a couple more, pull themselves a little closer when we come back. Two, 3, and 4 in the inning for the Colorado Pirates, Bistrop, LaBarber, and Mason. They find themselves down 10-2 here in this 7th inning. Scored their first 2 runs of the ball game their last time around in the 6th. Tack on to that right here. Bistrop takes ball 1 inside from Cade Nelson. Nelson got off to a rough start in the beginning of that 6th inning, but calmed down in time to limit the damage. Foul ball, but just barely from Bistrop, who roped one down the left field line. It's 1-1. Feeling if Nelson can get the leadoff guy, that'll go a long way to helping his cause. Was able to do that in the 5th, worked a scoreless inning, and first 2 guys reached against him in the 6th, and Pirates punched them both across.
Yeah, you wonder how many innings he's slated to go. This will be his 3rd, I believe, right? 3rd inning?
Correct. This is his 3rd, and they've got some guy loosening out in the pen. Round ball through the hole into left field. It's another base hit for Logan Bistrop. He's 2 for 4 today. Looks like it's Will Bratton getting loose for the Collegians out in the bullpen. Austin LaBarber, the batter. Rather, LaBarber, pardon me, This is the new pitcher that came in who's not on our roster. He came in for LaBarber. That's why you see Mason doing the catching now. So no DH being utilized by the Pirates. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So the pitcher just doing the hitting here. Oh, 2. Fly ball to deep left center. Areevo settles under it, makes the catch. For all we talk about with Nick Areevo's hitting, he's also an excellent defender out and left. Makes some plays that we don't note on the broadcast because they look routine, even if they're not the easiest of plays. He's just a very solid defender out there. We saw him throw out a guy on Sunday and make a nice running catch towards the line. It's really steady out there for the Collegians defensively. Here's Mason now with one away. Takes a cut at a high fastball. It's 0-1. One pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike.
That had some nice break on it.
And Nelson really mixing the fastball and breaking pitch well so far in his outing. See what he goes with Mason 0-2. Mason flies one down the line, deep down the line. Areevo sliding into foul territory, makes the catch.
That was an excellent catch. That's quite a hustle on that one.
He had to go a long ways. I mean, when he slid, he was at the foul line and then slid a little bit beyond it to make the grab. That was at the very limit of his range, but he's able to make the grab for the second out.
Yeah, that ball was tailing away from him as he was continuing to go for it. Quite an effort up 10-2 and make an effort like that.
Especially in foul territory. A lot of guys could say, oh, I'll let that drop foul. But we talked about Nick Areevo earlier. 110% all the time when he's out on the field. This one's inside. It's 1-1 to Dominic Folks. And nice of Nick Areevo. You've all heard of the broadcaster's curse. And the broadcaster says something, and the exact opposite happens. We talk about Nick Areevo's solid defense, and he makes a nice play for us. 1-1 from Folks down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Well, it'll go into the corner over there. They will hold the runner Bistrup at third. So now it'll be second and third with two away for Chase Dixon.
Hey, I wonder if you might make a pitching change here or not. See what they do with it. 2 outs, but hard to say.
Bratton appears to be loose out there in the pen. He's throwing off the hill now. But looks like Chase Dixon will be Cade Nelson's batter. Second and third, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-0. You wonder with first base open how much they'll pitch to Dixon. Chase does have 2 strikeouts a day, including one against Nelson in the 6th. 1-0. High pop-up, and he really dropped the shoulder on that one. Towards shortstop, Mata drifting to his left, makes the grab, and ends the inning. Another good inning on the hill for Cade Nelson. He's done a nice job out of the bullpen, especially with the 10-0 lead. And now it's 10-2. They do not score again in the 7th to the Pirates. And the Collegians will look to end this one prematurely in the bottom half if they can put a couple across the plate. 10-2, Boulder. To the bottom of the 7th we go from Weld County. 10-2 Boulder, bottom of the 7th inning. They'll start things off with Braden Roybal, Nick Areevo, and Brady Rink. Right into that heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4. Chance to try and end this one early. 10 after 7, is the run rule here in the RMBL. Roybal flies one down the left field line and out of play. It's 0-1. Braden this afternoon, 2 for 3 with a sac fly. Ball on the strike. Breaking ball that didn't really break. The hurler on the mound, and it's outside. One. Downstairs around the shoestrings of Roybal. 2 balls and a strike. One right down the middle and lined right back up the middle by Braden Roybal. And he is aboard with his 3rd hit of the day.
Yeah, he's been very consistent today.
And he's been needing that. He's been due for a few games now where he's just hasn't been able to quite find it. And, well, 3 hits and an RBI today for Roybal. Now Nick Areevo comes to the plate and has the winning run. A typical Nick Areevo day, 3 RBIs, 2 for 4. Swings through a fastball here, and he wanted to put this game in the books with that swing, but it's down 0-1. One runner takes off, pitch in the dirt, throw down from Mason, wide of the bag, and skips into center field. Roybal gets up off the dirt and heads to third.
That was some smart base running right there. I mean, he realizes the situation here in the 7th, so he's making it happen.
I'll get the extra 90 feet up to third base to add on to it. That was good work by Roybal. A lot of times guys will slide into second and kind of hang out there, but he was ready and popped to his feet immediately.
Popped right up.
Areevo gets fooled on the changeup. He's down 1-2. Nick does a good job of protecting the plate, but he is certainly a fastball hitter. 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. That'll get the run in. Flip to second. Nearly not in time, as Areevo made that awfully close over there. And like you said, you're never going to see him jogging his way down to first base.
Yeah, I think that could have went either way, so lucky for the Pirates to get that.
But it's an RBI regardless for Nick Areevo as he puts on his 4th ribby of the day. And it's now 11-2 Collegians. And Brady Rink to the plate. Takes a strike. And not a pitch that Brady was willing to offer at, and I don't blame him. It's 0-1. 1-1 breaking ball low in the zone. Rank evens up the count. Speaking of slumps, Rank's been in one of his own recently. He started off the season pretty hot for Boulder, and well, he's had a couple infield hits lately, but really hasn't driven the ball in a few games. 1-2, gets a breaking ball high in the zone, pops it in the air to left and in to make the catch. That one hung up there for a while is Thompson. There's the second out. Brennan Nolte with 2 away and nobody on. Nolte's been on base twice, a pair of walks for him on the afternoon. First pitch, in for a strike. Line drive right back up the middle into center field and a base hit for Nolte. So a good day at the yard for him. He's been on base 3 times. There's his first hit. I'll bring up Doug Blankenship. And rather we'll see a pinch hitter for Blankenship. Hunter Pierce will be the batter. told by Coach Goodman that Pierce is going to start at catcher tomorrow. But if this game continues, Pierce is going to be the catcher for the rest of this game as well. So he can save his legs a little bit here if he can drive Brennan Nolte around and end this game.
Exactly.
1-0, takes it in the dirt. In for a strike.
It's amazing how the wind's died down almost completely. You can see the flag barely moving.
Yeah, and according to folks here, right before game time, about an hour before game time, there was no wind. And then, of course, as we got closer to game time, it started to pick up. And now, like you said, it's died down. 1-2. To Pierce. He fouled one off towards the Collegiate dugout. Here's the pitch. And Pierce lines one down the left field line. That's a fair ball.
That's a nice hit.
Nolte will head around second, heading to third. Uh-oh, this throw has him beat by a country mile, and he is out at third base. And, well, you know, it's 11-2, but Brennan Nolte is not the type to be going first to third on a ball hit to left field. And he'd be the first to tell you that, and he gets gunned. But that doesn't take away Hunter Pierce, a good effort at the plate. He got it right down the line for what would have been a double had Nolte not been thrown out at third base. Collegians still lead it 11-2, just tantalizingly close to ending it early. And Cade Nelson will be back to work on the mound when we come back here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Bottom of the Pirates' order in the top of the 8th inning. Tanner Kimenow, Manny Thompson, and Jason Karamlich. Cade Nelson back to work on the mound. We were talking about Nelson between innings. Probably on a pretty short leash, but not going to break that leash here as he gets a ground ball to Nolte at first. And there's out number one on one pitch.
I do like Nelson the way he approaches the hitters. He seems to like go right at him and give him something to hit. For the most part, he's like trying to get him to hit the ball.
And that's something your son, Mark, is always preaching to these guys, going back to last year, saying, guys, let them hit it. It's a wood bat league. Rarely are they, maybe once in a while you'll get beat, but not too often. The walks are what really killed the Collegians a year ago as well. 1-0 to Thompson. He flies one to right. Going to be a long run, and Ungaro's going to let it drop in front of him for a base hit. Smart play by Ungaro, all alone and right. No reason to dive for that. You miss it, it's a double, probably a triple. So just makes the smart play and holds Thompson to a knock and a single base. Jason Karamlich, the batter now. Once in a while you overhear some things out here, and it sounds like Karamlich might be the guy to come in to pitch next inning for the Pirates, or the bottom of this inning, rather. So he takes it high for ball one. 1-0 and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Can't really feel it over here, but it looks like that breeze has picked up a little bit. That flag blowing right to left. Ground ball to Mata, steps or flips to second for one, throw to first. In time to get him. Nice play by Tyler Mata, running past the bag, flipped it to Rank, who turned and fired to first for the second out. And that double play brought to you by Bigfoot Turf. Bigfoot Sod Farms delivering all across the Front Range, including Boulder. You need grass for your ball field, your house, anywhere. Laser, grading, sod, and yearly maintenance provided. That's Bigfoot Sod Farms here in Weld County. Collegians roll the double play, and they are on to the bottom of the eighth. Going to try and end this one once again when we come back. Pitching change and a pinch hitter, so all new setup here for the Collegians and the Pirates. Jason Karamlich in to do the pitching, and he misses outside with ball one to the Collegians' newest addition. And, of course, being the man from Kansas State who takes one down low, but, I mean, guys like this to add to your team. John Sorensen, you know, former Gatorade Player of the Year. I know he hasn't played in a couple of years, but figure he gets back into the rhythm, you could really have a nice piece. And Sorensen takes one inside, and, well, he's still got the eye. Sorensen, as we mentioned earlier, the Gatorade Player of the Year in 2017, went to K-State. Some trouble getting time on the field. Left the baseball program, but stayed on at K-State as a student, and he draws ball four. So good at bat for his Collegians debut. He draws a 4-pitch walk. He is the winning run over at first base. And Kieran Morris to take his first hacks of the afternoon, or rather his second go-around.
That's pretty cool to show up in the game and get to play, so there you go.
Yeah, no, not bad. You know, we saw him as a courtesy runner earlier, and now to actually get in that bat and to succeed in said at bat, Morris flies one to left. Thompson makes the catch. Speaking of Manny Thompson, I just heard Brennan Nolte talking about him, and Nolte was the man running around second and got gunned by a mile at third. He came out and was talking to his dad over here and said, I thought I was looking pretty good around second. His dad said, yeah, for about one step. Nolte said, I don't know. Nolte said, I didn't know he had that kind of arm. And, well, apparently Thompson also pitched the other day, so Nolte thought, hey, his arm might be a little sore and try and work it in there. Nope. He was out by a good 20 feet. Luca Dincola takes ball one with the runner at first and nobody away. One-0. Right there on the outside corner, a ball and a strike. Dincola 3 RBIs today. 1 for 4. Double in the second. Another double would be all right with the Collegians in this situation. 1-1. Ground ball to second, hit slowly, and some trouble with it at second base for Dominic Folks. Another error for the Pirates.
I think that's, number 7 on the day or something? Quite a few.
It is number 6. You're pretty close. They have had some trouble fielding the baseball. Nothing has gone really right for Colorado today, as the 11-2 score will tell you. And there's 2 runners on for Tyler Mata. Mata, a big thorn in the side of the Pirates this afternoon. Made a couple of nice plays at shortstop, including that one last inning.
Oh, that was a tremendous play.
Also has left the yard. 2-run home run in the second. He takes ball 1 right here.
Yeah, he could end it for him right here if he wants.
Just needs to find some outfield grass and winning run at second base. Here's the pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Isaac Parks is out here to take down our tent. Must mean Isaac thinks this game's over. He's going to walk it off right here, Isaac?
We're going to walk it off right here.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Isaac Parks says we're walking it off right here. Oh, he said double, as this one is foul. He hit it pretty well, but wide of the fair territory. It's 2-1. John Sorensen at second, Luca Dincola at first. Sorensen, the winning run for the Collegians, the 10 after 7 rule. That's any time after 7 innings. If you can be up by 10, then, well, that's the ball game. So 2-1 to Mata. Chance to walk this one off. Nelson takes off. Throw down to third.
No.
In time to get him. Pretty close down there as Nelson got a great jump. But he is thrown out at third base.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, Yump's facing the opposite direction, but that's what he called.
That's the second out of the inning. Or rather than, no, pardon me, that was Sorensen running. One comes inside on Mata, misses him. It's 3-2. Dincola moved down to second on the play, so still a chance to end this one if Mata can get one into the outfield. And Dincola runs very well at second. Kramlich steps off for a moment. 3-2 to Tyler Mata. Pickoff move to second, keeping Dincola close. So what? Kramlich ready. Now here's the 3-2. Mata lines one into right field. That's a base hit. Dincola around third. Throw to the plate is not in time, and this ball game is over.
Nice hit.
Tyler Mata goes oppo taco to put this one in the books. Collegians win it 12-2 in just 8 innings. So the run rule is invoked. And Isaac Parks on the field and celebrating with his teammates, telling us that, hey, that was pretty close to that double that he told us he would have. I'll give Isaac this. He said Tyler was going to walk it off. He was right. The Collegians Pick up another one here against the Pirates. The Pirates fall to 1-7 on the season. Collegians up to 6-1. They're off to a hot start on this young season. Well, again, this is really the first blowout win we've seen from Boulder this year. In fact, I'd have to check, but I think all but one of their games they've had thus far, they've won by 1 run. And so they've kept things tight until today, winning this one 12-2 in 8 innings. And, you know, for all the offense that there was today, hats off to Ben Kowalski and Cade Nelson, who did an excellent job with the pitching, only allowing 2 runs. Nelson gave up a couple, but other than that, they were solid out on the bump. And Tyler Mott and Braden Roybal at the top of the order, 2 of the standouts for the Collegians offensively as well. And Luca Dincola with his first big game as a Collegian, 3 RBIs to add on to that as well. I mean, when you score 12 runs, there's a lot of guys with a lot of RBIs in the lineup, but those are the 3 that stick out. Really good games from those fellas. And the pitching doing a nice job as well. Everything coming together for the Collegians in this one. They'll be back in action tomorrow against the Rough Riders. Not a league game, so it doesn't count towards the standings, but we'll have it for you anyway. That tips off at high noon, 12 o'clock. Oh, it tips off. Boy, first pitch is at high noon, 12 o'clock, and no basketball being played tomorrow. And we'll see a bunch of different guys in tomorrow, so that should be fun to see some of the guys that don't get to play a whole lot, and they'll get their action in tomorrow in a 9-inning game against the Rough Riders. Next league game is Thursday down in Colorado Springs, doubleheader against the Outlaws. And that'll be here for you as well. We'll make the hour-and-a-half drive, or hour-and-a-half plus drive for you, and you can listen right here on Mixler. That'll just about do it for us tonight. Thanks again to Trey Goodman for joining us here on the broadcast. I'm Ethan Jordan. Collegians win it 12-2. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.